Hello everyone, in this video I will show you some best Nintendo Switch games in 2020, but before we start this video make sure you subscribe to your channel Games Down and hit the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem Three Houses is the latest entry in Nintendo long-running fantasy strategy RPG series. In it, players take on the role of a professor at a prestigious academy located in the heart of F-Land, a massive continent comprised of 3 rivaling nations. Next up we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Launching alongside the Switch and going on to sell more copies than the console itself, Breath of the Wild is arguably the quintessential Switch game and deserves to be in every collection. It manages to update the Zelda formula while staying true to the series' roots, evident by the numerous in-game Easter eggs and references to earlier Zelda titles. However, the real highlight is the game's ability to turn any mundane task into an enjoyable experience, with activities like cooking, paragliding, and rock climbing all feeling like their own mini-games designed to keep you engaged. Next up we have Yoshi Crafted World. Serving as both a sequel to Woolly World and a soft reboot for the series, Yoshi Crafted World sees the green dinosaur and his friends going on a quest to recover the magical Sundream Stone gems after Bowser Jr. and Comic tried to steal them. The game introduces a new witch mechanic that changes the player perspective to reveal hidden objects in the backgrounds of levels. This feature not only spices up gameplay but also blends nicely with Crafted World's colorful, handcrafted presentation. Next up we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Smash Ultimate is a great addition to any Switch library due to its simple controls and variety of modes. You can duke it out on low stakes, chaotic 4-player battles with environmental hazards turned on and an abundance of game-breaking items and power-ups at your disposal. On the other hand, you could go the more competitive route and challenge someone to the standard 1v1. Final Destination. Next up we have Dragon Quest Builders 2. Dragon Quest Builders 2 sets out to be more ambitious than the original at every turn. The game has you rebuilding civilization in a world where nearly every person has lost the ability to craft even simple, everyday objects. Reprising your role as the legendary builder, you will obtain necessary tools along with some useful companions and restore the world to its former glory. The sequel introduces a host of new features including environments with more natural landscapes, the ability to glide and dive underwater, collect and fill areas with water, expanded character customization, and online multiplayer for up to 4 players. Next up we have Super Mario Maker 2. Super Mario Maker 2 builds upon the success of the first game and introduces a host of new features and co-op improvements. Included are new tools that grant players more creative freedom when designing levels, such as the ability to create slopes and scrolling levels. Additionally, the sequel sports a number of new block types and themes, namely the option to create levels inspired by Super Mario 3D World. Whether you fancy yourself a maker or someone who just enjoys checking out other players' creations, SMM2 has something to offer for just about everyone. Next up we have Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party is a return to form for the series after a period of lackluster Mario Party titles. What makes this entry stand out, aside from being the first MP game on Switch, is how much easier it is to set up when playing with friends. It only takes a couple of inputs to get started, and from there, you and your buddies are free to plot against one another, form secret alliances, and any other shady tactic that will put you in first place. The game includes 80 new mini-games, many of which fully utilize the Joy-Con's HD rumble and motion controls. Next up we have Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is everything anyone could ever want in a 3D Super Mario game. You have the iconic, now retired Italian plumber setting course for a brand new adventure that spans multiple worlds, each with their own unique environments to explore, secrets to uncover, and naturally, coins to collect. The entire game feels like a nostalgia trip to the days of Super Mario 64, with Mario having access to a wide range of jumps and tricks that lead to some incredible platforming sections. Next up we have Cuphead. Cuphead is inspired by challenging, retro run-and-gun titles where memorizing enemy attack patterns were less of a strategy and more of a necessity for survival. What more, this action platformer does an excellent job at luring you into a false sense of security with its joyful, 1930s hand-drawn cartoon visuals, before revealing its true sadistic nature. In it, you take on the role of Kofed, who along with his brother Mugman, is forced to defeat a series of bosses in order to repay an outstanding debt with the devil. The last game of this video is Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 carries over the quirky gameplay of the original Wii U title while also benefiting from the Switch's more intuitive controls. The game sees you competing against other players in a variety of modes centered around using ink-powered weapons to cover as much turf as you can while exchanging fire with the enemy team. Maps, modes, and gear are constantly rotated to keep things fresh and offer an impressive amount of variety for a multiplayer-focused game. While you'll find iterated versions of PvP staples like King of the Hill and Capture the Flag, there are also modes like Salmon Run, which sees a squad of players working together to survive waves of powerful bosses and mobs. So that's it guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to your channel Games Down and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.